Hello, and welcome back to the Homeschool with Maggie O curriculum review series, where we are now looking at different language art curriculums. And today we're taking a look at essentials in writing, often referred to as EIW, not to be confused with IEW, Institute for Excellence in Writing. This is essentials in writing. As always, this is not a sponsored review, and I'm not an affiliate. My goal is just simply to walk you through the curriculum so that you can decide whether it's a good fit for your homeschool family and your learner. So let's head over. Let me share my screen. We'll head over to their site. And here we are. The first page I want you to notice is this is their landing page. You can scroll through that, but we're going to go up here under shop. And when you have a drop down there, so they do combine writing and literature. So we're going to click into the writing curriculum and you'll see it looks just like this. And I like this because it gives the parents a great overview of how the curriculum is organized. You'll notice that the curriculum is divided into levels 1 through 12 and grouped into lower elementary, upper elementary, middle school, and high school. Each level also includes a recommended age range you'll see here, which I really like. It'll tell you the age range. And as with any curriculum, I recommend choosing based on your child or your learner's level, current abilities, rather than simply selecting by grade. And they do have a placement tool that we're going to look at here now too. On this page, when we go back to this page right here in the front. That's your placement tool. And if you're unsure where your child should begin, Essentials in Writing provides this to help determine the best starting point. And this can be especially helpful if you're switching from another writing curriculum or if your child is working above or below their grade level. And I'm going to put that in quotes. So I like that. I would listen to this video here where she's explaining who she is. She's introducing you and she's going to talk about the placement. And then right down here below, you would select what grade you think or where they're currently at. And when you do that, it'll take you through a little series of questions, including like how comfortable they are. And it's just a couple of questions. It's not very long. And it includes a question about any type of perhaps learning difficulties that they may have. And so I encourage you to start here. Now let's go back to the writing curriculum page. And I'm just going to choose a curriculum. We're going to look at level 4. They recommend it's for ages 9 through 10. And we're going to click Learn More. And as we scroll down, you get to see exactly what is included in level 4. Each level includes the student book, the teacher handbook, and online video instruction. And one of the biggest things, Essentials in Writing is a very heavy digital program. It's online. So that may appeal to some of you. And somebody else is actually providing the instruction. There is also an optional assessment and resource booklet available if you would like the assessment and teaching resources. And you'll also notice that families can choose, when we scroll down a little bit more here, you can choose between a digital or digital and print, giving you some flexibility there depending on how your family prefers to use curriculum. And then as we continue to scroll, the company provides an overview here, which I really like. It's very organized and it shows you the skills that are covered. And students work on grammar, sentence structure, paragraph writing, descriptive writing, persuasive writing, essays, research writing, and other composition skills appropriate for that level. One thing I appreciate is that this isn't just simply a grammar program or simply a writing program. The curriculum intentionally develops both grammar and writing skills together. And so as we continue here, you'll notice that there's also a sample here. If we click on this with a video, this is the sample video lesson for level 4. And it gives you like their frequently, the most asked questions. And it kind of gives you, again, another overview and assessment book and what the book includes, the resource book includes. And there's a lot of good information here. And so you get to see this on here. And then also the digital and print option that we talked about. Here is the assessment, the additional assessment and resource booklet. And here is um, the video lesson. And then here they're going to go like the level that's before and the level that's after if we're trying to assess where they are, where your learner is. So I always appreciate when curriculum companies especially offer sample lessons because it allows parents to look inside and experience the instructor's teaching style. Just to give you a little example of what it looks like when you click on that. I won't go through the whole thing. And it's for sample purposes only. But here you go. I'm going to turn this up.
Excellent. Now that you've had time understanding and practicing putting clauses together with the compound sentence, and you've learned about the dependent clause, what if we take a dependent clause and an independent clause and put them together to form a sentence? We have a complex sentence.
So that's the little sample that I wanted you to hear. And then here you have some sample PDFs as well. That way you get to kind of give a taste of it before you purchase it. And then here's those sample pages. I always encourage parents to take advantage of these previews. Looking through actual lesson pages often tells you much more than simply reading a curriculum description, don't you think? Another feature that you'll notice is the option to purchase either digital materials or printed, which I showed you a minute ago, and then the assessments. And like I said, one of the defining features of Essentials in Writing is the video lesson instruction. They're taught directly to the student by the instructor through short video lessons, allowing parents to take more of a coaching and support role rather than teaching every writing lesson themselves. So that's the page. That's really the gist of it. It's that simple going into here. And when you do complete the placement option, when you're trying to decide on your placement and you go through these questions at the very end of it, it's going to ask you for your name and your email. And that way they email you what the appropriate, what placement they can try to send to you so that you can see how your student places. So let's now put this through the Maggie O curriculum fit lens. For learning styles, essentials in writing often works best or well for auditory, not best, excuse me, but works well for the auditory learners because of that direct video instruction. Visual learners also benefit from seeing writing concepts modeled throughout the lesson, like you noticed behind on his board. So there's the visual component, you have the auditory component. As far as homeschool philosophies, this curriculum fits well within traditional and eclectic homeschool approaches because writing is taught as a separate subject. It also pairs nicely with a variety of literature and reading programs. Parental involvement is moderate. Parents oversee the assignments, that you're going to review the student work and provide encouragement, while much of the direct instruction comes obviously through the videos. So that's why I put it at moderate. For the student independent label, as far as when we consider that, as students mature, many become increasingly independent with this curriculum, making it an excellent option for upper elementary through high school students. The strengths of Essentials in Writing is that it's excellent teacher-led video instruction is provided, easy to implement. It's well organized progression, helpful for parents who don't feel confident teaching writing perhaps themselves. And some of the considerations that I would say for essentials in writing they focus on writing and grammar. So if you're looking for a complete language arts curriculum that includes the literature, the reading, the spelling, the handwriting, the vocabulary, you'll likely want to pair this with additional resources to complete that full program, which I would encourage you to do. Overall, Essentials in Writing is a strong option for homeschool families looking for structured writing instruction with engaging video lessons that guide students step by step. So I hope this review of Essentials in Writing has been helpful. Just giving you a little walkthrough, a tour of their website so that you can navigate that, and just kind of giving you a backdrop if it's even worth your time that you would want to go to the website and look through it. Be sure to check out the rest of my Homeschool Language Arts curriculum review series as we continue exploring today's most popular homeschool programs to help you homeschool with confidence. So, see you next time inside the next Language Arts curriculum review. Happy homeschooling!